Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be doing a mob wife makeup look. First things first, I'm just going to put it out there. Being a mob wife is not my goal, and it shouldn't be, frankly, anybody's goal or intention to be a mob wife. So it's not goals, it's not wife goals, if you know what I mean, but they do a good makeup look, or whatever has been trending on TikTok at least. So this is the mob wife makeup trend, and welcome to my channel. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like, make sure you comment whether you like this look. Would you try it? And just your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. So I've already started by moisturizing my face as usual. Don't apply makeup on a face that is not moisturized. Your makeup might not sit well, and it might also affect your skin. So I'm using the CeraVe hyaluronic acid serum, and I've just applied it all over my face before I do my eyebrows, which I'm doing now. And I'm just taking this NYX spoolie. I got the wrong color of that NYX eyebrow pencil, but I will definitely get it again. So I've just combed that out. Now for the mob wife, because this trend tends to get inspiration from some sort of old shoes or something of the sort, so their eyebrows are really thin. Yeah, because the images I have seen and the makeup that I've seen trending, I also did do a shorts video. You probably saw it. So this is the long form video of that mob wife makeup tutorial. And I am going to be showing you exactly how I achieved that look. As I was saying, they got their inspiration for the trend from old shoes, like 90s shoes, and you know how 90s makeup was. Their eyebrows were quite thin. Yeah, though I'm not doing a real 90s brow because it was virtually invisible. It was like a straight line, let's be honest. So I've just made my eyebrows as thin as I can possibly make them. And yeah, the concealer that I used was the Elegance Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Fawn. That's the one I've applied all around my eyebrows just to cover them up. And then I'm going to go in with this Rimmel Kind and Free Concealer. And that's the one that I'm going to be using as an eyeshadow base or an eyeshadow primer. Now the purpose of an eyeshadow primer is just to make sure that your eyeshadow stays on, and it's also supposed to make the colors vibrant, and also it serves as the purpose of making the eyeshadow stick to the eyelid. Yes, so I'm just going in with a dark brown eyeshadow because they sort of look like mob wives, or this trend. The mob wife trend essentially tries to portray that they are always busy. Therefore, late nights, so their eyes are kind of tired, and at the same time they don't have time to do perfect makeup. So they've also been crying and stuff, mob wife. So it's sort of like a smoky eye, and that's what I'm trying to do. So we have just taken a dark brown eyeshadow, and I also put sellotape just because I didn't want to, take time in doing the eyes. So to quicken the look, I used sellotape. So I just took a dark brown eyeshadow, and then I took a black eyeshadow and used it as eyeliner. And then now I'm just going to go back in with the dark brown eyeshadow. Now for this part, I'm just going to line the lower eyelid, not the waterline because it's an eyeshadow. I'm going to line the lower eyelid with the dark brown eyeshadow, and then I'll also go in with a bit of the black just near the waterline. And then for the waterline, I am going to go in with the black. So the black eyeliner that I'm referring to is the Maybelline Colossal Kajal Argan Oil Eyeliner. And that is what I've just used to line my waterline. Yes, so they're probably trying to hide the fact that they don't sleep at night using blacks, because probably their eyes are also dark all around. And now we are going to do the rest of the face. So I've just primed my face with the Maybelline Fit Me mattifying primer. Now in the 90s, the face was supposed to be matte, like very, very matte. So that is the look we are going for. And for mob wives, they were not left behind in trends at that time. So I've just used the mattifying primer because this Maybelline mattifying primer really is a mattifying primer. And now I'm just going to go in with an orange color corrector because they probably have not been sleeping at night, as I said, due to problems that mobs encounter. And as I said, again, I will repeat, being a mob wife should not be anybody's goal or fantasy. This is just a makeup look based on a trend, and I hope that you get something out of this. But they do not sleep at night. That's why I'm color correcting my under eyes and making sure that everything is flawless because they do have the money for that. And then I'm just going to go in with foundation. And for foundation, I did mix 2 foundation shades that you saw there. The Clinique Even Better Foundation and the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Acid Serum Foundation. So I have just mixed those 2, and I believe the Clinique one was the shade Pecan and the L'Oreal True Match was the shade number 8 or 7. And then I'm just going to dab that in with a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender. Always make sure that your beauty blender is damp if you want to achieve a flawless finish. So I will make sure I dab, and then I might add another layer of foundation just to cover the very light concealer that I used on my eyebrows and also any places that have not been covered, or I might as well just leave it like that. So for the mob wife, we are also going to contour our nose, and I have just used a dark brown Elegance Pro Conceal Concealer. That's the shade Cocoa. So I'm just going to take a brush and contour my nose with it before we proceed with the rest of the makeup look. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this in this video, but I will say it. There are certain things that should not be goals, and mob wife is one of them. Okay, so now we're going to do concealer. And for concealer, I'm beginning to look like a mob wife. I can say I also have eye bags. Eye bags were one thing that I have not been having a problem with in my life, but they are coming. So I'm just going to use this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. That is the shade Cafe or number 50. And I'm just going to dab it in with a flat brush. And then after dabbing it in with a flat brush, that is when I will go in with a beauty blender. And I might just, double the concealer like our British UK black girl friends. If you have not seen the UK black girl makeup that I did try and recreate, I will definitely put it in the link in the description box below so you can check it out. So I'm just dabbing the concealer in still, and then I will go in, as I said, with a damp beauty blender. And because we've decided that concealer is our friend, I'm going to go in again with the Rimmel Kind and Free Concealer, and this is the shade Tan. Now for this Rimmel Kind and Free Concealer, I'm just going to apply it in the inner corners of my eyes, just for further brightening of my eyes. I mean, just because you're a bob wife doesn't mean you have to look tired and worn out. You also have to look like the money. So I'm just going to dab that in. Dab, 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 dab. say a look is never complete unless you have set your concealer, because concealer will crease. It will crease and go into the folds of your skin if you do not set it. So that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm setting it using the Black Opal setting powder. It's just a medium setting powder, and that's what I'm doing. I'm dabbing that in with that powder puff that you can see. And then I think we're going to do our lips, and for our lips I'm just going to do it a very neutral lipstick, probably matte, because in those days they were using glitter, but for lipstick it was most of it was matte, like the normal retro matte lipsticks. And so I'm just going to line my lips with a brown lip liner, and then I'm just going to mix in a bunch of colors of lipsticks just to get the shade that I feel would have suited the time. And that's what I'm going to do. So I have mixed in 3 lipstick shades, as you people have seen. I've mixed in a maroon shade from Maybelline Superstay. I've also mixed in a nude shade from the Maybelline Sensational range, and I have also mixed in like an orange shade from the LA Gal lipstick range. And as you can see, it's given me a pretty retro matte color. As you can see, I don't think you can get this sort of shade anymore. It's very rare actually, but I do remember like in the early 2000s you could find this exact shade of lipstick. So I'm just going to set my entire face again. There was no sculpting or contouring for the Mob Wife makeup trend. Okay, let's see what this look is giving.